Hello everybody and welcome back to Letton Farm. So what we're going to do today is first of all go over to where we had the bonfire, because, well, we need to make sure it went out alright, although it's probably too late by now if it didn't go out alright. Thing is, we stayed up until, it was about 10 o'clock when we got home. We actually ended up piling all of the trees onto there. Peter came out to help us, and yeah, it was just not really worth relighting it today, so we just piled it all up and it should have all burnt away. So let's go and take a look. Now, I still don't know exactly when he's going to have his fruit trees delivered. I actually find it quite interesting that he's putting them where existing trees were. I suppose it's just a lack of space, but you would have thought they'd have gone into, well, field 3 or something over there. We'll have to see what his idea is behind this. Anyway, I think we closed the cow's gate. I hope we did do. Yes. Whew, that's very lucky. Let's just climb over. Saves opening it. Oh yeah. It's all gone. It's burnt the ground a bit though. But yep, that's where we've had the fire. Trees seem to be alright. So yeah, that is all the bonfire work done for now. Probably forever. So we're early. We're not actually due into work until 6 o'clock. But yeah, no harm in being early. We were actually late yesterday, which was bad. I don't think he was very happy about it, but he wasn't furious. After all, we were only 10 minutes late. It was to save money on the cultivator. So, here goes. It's actually a really annoying junction this. You have to go all the way out here just to turn right again. You feel like going the wrong way down the road. Okay, so actually we're only 3 minutes early. Let's see what he's got for us to do today. On time today, I see. That's good. Anyway, please can you go and clear the site where you took the trees down yesterday? I've actually got a stump grinder for this. It's over at my other farm, the one just up the road. If you go over there and take a look in some of the sheds, you should find it. It's yellow. After that, please can you spread some muck over in field number 3. Okay, so that's probably going to take all day. I didn't realise that he owned the yard over there, although I was a bit suspicious because he had the old wooden trailer in that field in front of us, which is really part of that yard. You have to go through the same gate. So anyway, which is the best way to go? Actually, I don't even know which tractor to use. I'll probably take the drop nose Massey Ferguson, since it's only here. I'll park up here. They've still got this silage fork. Not too sure why they didn't want to take it. Maybe they already had an attachment or something for the wheel loader. Who knows? Unless it belongs to this farm. Right. Just realised there is some manure just there. Should probably tidy that up. Just to make it nice and neat. Such a tiny amount, it really doesn't matter. Well, I suppose we better take this log grab off the back if we're going to be fitting a stump grinder. Let's just put it here. Right. Okay. Let's go. So I think we all know the way into this yard. It's just up here. It is the farm which I thought was somebody else's farm, but it looks like it's his too. In fact, if that's his yard, then surely he owns these fields. I thought he only owned 3, but maybe he doesn't own these. Maybe they belong to somebody else and his yard is just set back. We have many questions to ask him. Anyway, we're looking for a yellow stump grinder. It shouldn't be too hard to miss. Yeah. In a shed. In a shed, that's a shed. There it is. Right. Looks very nice. Right, so that's going to have to be fitted on. It doesn't look to be 3-point linkage though. In fact, is that a telehandler? Or is it a front loader? Let's just find out. I'll just take this off here. Such a tiny amount of manure on it, there's not even any point in tipping it. We'll try and fit it to the front. Yes. Look at that. Quite a heavy thing. In fact, a very heavy thing. Very nice. Looks like a very well-made tool. Okay then, so we need to go and clear the site. I'm assuming this means putting it to soil as well. So we'll totally churn up everything. This looks to be the most monstrous stump grinder you could ever imagine. I think it's one of these ones which actually churns up the ground anyway. So not only does it shred stumps, it will just turn everything to soil. It'll even turn the stumps to soil. Better put the beacons on. It is actually really wide. And we'll go up this road here. The place we're working in currently is actually the piece of land I wanted to buy at one point. It doesn't look likely, since he's actually doing something with it. And we do have our own field here anyway, so it's not too much of an issue. But as you can see, yesterday we cleared everything up. They've all gone, except for the stumps. They're all still here. It's really opened the place up. So I hope these established trees are going to be very big. But they're so expensive. To buy an established tree, it's really expensive. Here he goes. It's loud as well. Wow, you would not want to get in the way of that. Still taking a bit of time just to munch through. Almost gone. That is a big stump though. Okay, I think it's almost there. Clearly a very stubborn stump. Sometime later and it's gone. In fact, it was so stubborn we started digging holes as the stump grinder was sitting there for so long just running. Right, that really pulls the engine RPM down when you hit a stump, as you can see on the dashboard. So we don't want to go too far under there, as it really is churning everything up. In fact, it didn't fully do that one. It's amazing how it pulls the RPM down. I think angling the stump grinder like this a bit does help as well. Just helps to obliterate it. And how many more are there? There's quite a few in here. Oh, this looks like a big thing to work down. Wasn't too bad. There is one stump in particular which really looks huge. The one's behind us. I don't know how to approach it, I don't know how to actually tackle it, but it shouldn't be impossible, not with this beast of a machine. But it might be a little bit tricky. Just lower this right on top of it. Well, I would say that we're there. So I'm just going to turn it off. And I've just noticed there is this little piece here. I don't even know if you can pick it up though. It seems to be lodged in the ground somehow. But what a difference that makes. Look at that. Totally cleared it. So hopefully he's happy with that. We're going to have some nice fruit trees in here. It's amazing how just taking a few trees down transforms everything. So we'd better go and take it back over to the yard we got it from. I don't think there's anything else to do. And yeah, we need to pick up the manure fork, because that is the next job. We have to go and spread some manure over in field number 3, which is going to be quite tricky, I'd have thought. since we only have the very small grab. If we had the big wheel loader, it would be dead easy. Well, it's not even difficult, it's just like, it's slow. That's what I mean. It's going to be quite a job to do it. But I think we did it with the smaller fork last time, so yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. It did take a while though. And we are going for lunch at lunchtime today, which is nice. I look forward to that. But at the moment it's only 5 to 10. Oh, I'm hungry now. It's very annoying. And we have no apples left either. But we do have water. I keep filling up the water bottle. It saves money. And yeah, I'm not paying £2 for some water. I mean, £2 for some water? It does seem very expensive. I'd prefer to put the money into some decent food, like steak, at £12. You see what happens when I'm hungry? I lose my train of thought. I almost took the stump grinder home. I don't know what the neighbours would have thought. They don't even approve of the mower, so if we go and shove a stump grinder at their front door, they would probably faint. Which would be quite amusing to see. Anyway, yes, let's go and put this in here. Which is where we've got the muck fork as well. So the very small piece of manure that we picked up earlier, we can actually put straight into the muck spreader. And it might be quite a wise idea to take the first load from the cow's shed, because no doubt the manure is building up again, so it's just a good way of clearing it out. One thing's for sure, Peterwood is never going to have any shortage of manure. There is just so much of it. I think it's getting close to around 500,000 litres. Obviously we can't really weigh it and find out, but yeah, I mean, he thought it was over 400,000 litres before. So this is a job for the case tractor. I think actually before we start we should tidy things up a bit. I left this here, and whoever it was left the silage fork over there as well. And my 135 is there, which we still have. We can't afford to change it. Payday is in 4 days' time, I think. It should be quite a decent sum of money. We're on a very good wage. A very generous wage. Okay, so I'm going to put this in front of these bales. If we need to move them, then we can obviously move this out of the way. I would have thought it would be us who uses those bales, because we seem to be managing this farm now, which is fun. Although he hasn't told us to feed the cows or anything, so I'm assuming he is still doing that daily. I would quite like to look after the cows. If he does give us that job, I would not be disappointed. Right, so let's just put this over here, further forward. I've got nothing to move that though, which is a shame. Could do with being moved. Okay, so yeah, the case tractor. I'll open up that gate. Hopefully they don't run out. Okay, this needs tidying up too. Again though, not our responsibility at the moment. Okay. Just clear the way a bit. Let's start it up. I do like this tractor. I think it's a great machine for us to be able to use. I keep picking up the eggs and giving them to Peter, but he doesn't seem to do it himself. I suppose he just expects us to do it for him. Always a car coming. So onto the muck spreader. We'll bring it around the front here, and then we'll start scooping. We have been doing quite a lot of work with the manure lately, but it's a job that just has to be done. Okay, we'll put the PTO on and stuff. There we go. I'll try and put it in a good place out here. I think what I'd probably do is go out onto the road and reverse back. That car's just going to have to wait. There we go. So we'll open this gate up as well. We can drive through. And actually, if we close this gate, they can't escape. Good. Right, so that was quite a bit of planning involved there. Moving the tractors bit about. But, oh yeah, we still don't have a wheel loader to do this. I hope there isn't too much. Really hope there isn't too much. You know what? I think there's quite a bit. Let's get those beacons switched off. And we'll commence loading. I forget how many loads of this it takes to fill up this muck spreader. It isn't a very big muck spreader. And it will be easier when we're taking it from the field. I always forget to lift that up. Okay, right. Next load.
The city don't want us, babe. We won't survive this place. The city don't want us. The city don't want this. And if I would lie and stay, it wouldn't feel the same. I won't lie. No, honestly, it doesn't feel like home. Like home. So we stay blind.
The first load is ready to go. And after this we're going to go over to Gary's place and hopefully buy a burger. I feel like a burger today. Well, not literally, I just feel like eating one. I don't feel like I look like a burger. Right, let's go and spread this before I say anything else dangerous. Okay, so I think we'll just do the same approach. We'll start from the left side and sort of go around the headland first. It always seems to work quite well. Like I said, no shortage of manure. It's been a while since we spread any on here. Yeah, it was about, well, a few weeks ago, certainly. So it's definitely overdue. I don't think we're looking at perfect coverage, it just needs to be, you know, done enough to be good. What I found before was the first load will do pretty much the first headland, or the first time around the headland, and obviously the further in we go, the further it will stretch. So technically we should get back to where we started with this first load. And the good thing about this row of weeds and nettles here is we can actually travel in here to spread it onto the grass, well, the good grass, which we're going to cut. I'm not sure what it's going for this year, whether it's going to be hay or silage, or haylage. I suppose we don't really need to know, we just do as we're told and either cut it for grass or for hay or whatever, and go from there. Now, I probably shouldn't turn so tight around the corners actually. Might have to start backing up. We might damage that PTO. Looking at it, it's going to go quite a long way. It's only half the way through. I'm not too sure why I felt like it was taking so long before, because it seems to be going quite a long way this time. Maybe it's because I'm hungry. I want my lunch. It's now 1:10. We don't have a time sort of set in stone. We just go when we have spare 10 minutes. In a minute I'm going to show you my incredibly advanced and technical way of making sure we have a good coverage on the grass. But we've still got a bit in there at the moment. So far we've gone round 1.5 times, that's pretty good. I don't know how he's going to get through all that, there is just so much of it. I suppose he could sell it off to other farmers. Might be able to make quite a bit of money out of it. It's so good for the land. Okay, I think we're coming to the end. It seems to be not flicking as much out. Lots of muck to be flicked. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, here's my technical way. What we do is we walk along and we take a good look and see if we can see any manure on the ground. And I think I can do. Yeah, I can see some bits in there. Yep, that looks good. Good coverage. If we go over here, you can see it's much greener. No bits of manure in the grass. So that's as far as we've spread it just here. We've come out this far. So it's now time to go and get some lunch. I'm going to just turn the engine off. We'll leave the tractor here. We're going to have to go back over to the yard again to refill because there is still some more in there. I wonder if I can just take a shortcut. Ow! I got stuck on the barbed wire. Oof, I'm not doing that again. Right. We'll have to eat a burger to take the pain away. It's actually a really tall gate, this. And it looks quite rickety. I don't want to climb it, I'll probably break it. Gary, are you in? Hopefully you are. Hello, have you come for a burger? Of course, yeah, we always head over here for a burger, or steak, or something like that. So this is fairly self-explanatory. We'll buy the burger, and nothing else because we already have some water. Very good. Very, very good burger. Right, time is pressing on. We're £8 poorer than we were. Put the rope back over, there we go. So, we have more muck to load, more muck to spread, and I'm sort of predicting this is going to take the rest of the day. It's quite a big job, especially as we're taking it out of the shed and not out of this pile here. I want to take a shortcut, but I'm not cutting myself again, it really hurt. Anyway, let's begin. Let's return to the job and get this done as quickly as possible, but as well as possible. We don't want to do a really bad job here. So I'll just put it back into this position, giving ourselves lots of space to work. And we'll switch the engine off and fill it up.
And if I would lie stay, it wouldn't feel the same. I won't lie. No, honestly, it doesn't feel like home. Like home. Home. Feel like home. A faded mind. So we stay blind. Oh, the city's so we stay blind. Oh,
And we're done. And that is totally empty. So that is very good to see. What we're going to do is just take this back over to the yard, and we're going to have to call it a day, I think. Let's just see if anything's coming. No, and no, good. So the most important thing is that we close these gates. The last thing we want to do is come back tomorrow and find the cows have escaped because of my stupidity. So, yep, that one first. And secondly, this one over here. Excuse me, cow. Good. Okay then, so we will head back to our house and sleep. Always time for sleep. Actually, I should probably close that gate as well. Good. Yep, going back in time now, moving from the more modern tractors, or the modern tractors, to this one. Just quickly tell Peter that we're finished. Thanks, see you tomorrow. Good. I'm half expecting one of these days for him to say, oh, can you just do this as well? It was a late night yesterday, so it's good to have an earlier finish today. And we're home. Okay then, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a busy day. And until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.